What's good, money getters? How is everybody doing on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday? I believe every day is a beautiful day, at least it is to me. You may feel a little differently, but tonight we have a very, very, very relevant show. If you've never been in a love triangle, if you've never been cheated on, honey, count yourself blessed. But all too often, so many of us are. So I wanted to get into that tonight. So, welcome to the show, Replay Gang. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to everybody watching tonight. I had a very action packed weekend. This weekend is homecoming weekend, so that means football on Friday. And then I also had one of my daughters attending the homecoming dance this year. This year, I only have one daughter in high school because Kamaria is in college now. And then my daughter Raven, she is in middle school, so she'll be in high school next year, and that's what will be going on. We'll be doing homecoming. Robin goes every year, honey. Robin is a social butterfly over here. She goes every year. She looks so cute. I didn't post her this year. If you guys go back to my old videos from a couple of years ago, you will see a lot more of my kids for now. I will be, like I said, changing this channel around. I'll be doing other things over here, talking about other topics. I think I'll be using this page over here to do more commentary. And when I get my thoughts together, I'll start my new page and take it over there. Um, but welcome everybody. Deneen was good. Thanks for tuning in, my love. Hey, Tasha. Boo, you always hold me down. You've been making it to all the lives. Thank you. Hey, Josh. I see you're not first today. You slipping. Hey, M3. Did you go live tonight? I know I was supposed to be over there with you. Unfortunately, I'll have to catch the replay because I had to go take the girls to get something to eat, okay? We have nothing in our refrigerator. But that's on purpose. I'm trying to, I just got rid of my deep freezer. It went out on us. We had to get rid of like hundreds of dollars worth of food. And I decided I don't want another deep freezer because we just waste too much food. I just throw meat out there and we never eat it. We never see it again. It's like the abyss. And also, I just said, you know what, with me being on the clean eating journey, I want to eat meat like kind of like as soon as I get it and really cook at home. So we don't have a lot of food here. I just buy fruits and vegetables as we need them, and I also buy meat as I'm gonna cook it instead of just throwing it in the freezer. So, but yeah, we'll go shopping. But today we did go to Trader Joe's. Right before I came on here, um, I ate some butter chicken and some of those corn ribs. Oh my gosh. I like corn, but I'm not a corn eater. Like that's not the first thing I'm going to choose, but I love the corn ribs that they have at Trader Joe's. If you haven't tried them out, check them out. Also, the naan, the garlic naan or naan, I may be saying it wrong, and the butter chicken, those are also two of my faves. And if you don't shop at Trader Joe's, let me just say, last weekend we went and we didn't get our lemonade, so I went today. I left my receipt at home. They didn't check a book. They didn't give me any problems. They just said, go ahead, take the lemonade. I'm like, what? So, yeah, awesome weekend and an awesome week ahead of us. Tomorrow, I'm thinking of doing this. Let me know if this is something that you want to participate in or if this sounds good to you. I'm thinking about like just getting, like kicking off October on a good note. My September was awesome. I got a lot of good news, some unfortunate news I had to take care of with my health. I had a biopsy on Friday as well. So um, I'm having faith that everything is going to come back cool. And also, um, I retired this month. So finally retired. Um, After 2 years of going back and forth with my employer, I'm finally retired. So I can be over here talking mess as much as I wanna. Okay? Yeah. And man, I stepped it all the way up. I got so many watch hours. I got enough watch hours this month. Okay. Okay, we're not going to talk about that right just yet. We'll talk about it, but not right now. So let me check the traps. Who's in my chat with me today? I said hello to M3. Um, Let me see. I can't see anything. I'm gonna go this week and get new glasses. I got these just in February, right for my birthday. I just got these, but I want glasses that I could see right here. I didn't think I needed them like that, but I don't like these. I got them because I like them, but these glasses have never been, they never been situated right there. I don't think they're for my face really. They they're boo boo, so I need more glasses. And then the glasses I had right before these, I only had them a year, but as soon as I start wearing the new ones, I can't see. So let me get to this. And guys, we're talking about side chicks. Side chicks tonight. I got a lot to talk about with you guys tonight. If and you guys share your stories too. Thank you, M3. Thank you. I'm not even 50 yet, so I'm not retired. I'm retired from that gig, but I got other stuff that I'm working on. Um, I think I'm finally going to finish my master's degree because I started it and I got almost done, but I had little kids, so I had to focus on them. I was working, married, mom. They were starting school, so I had to focus on them. And plus I was just tired. I said I never wanted to go back to school, but I did. But I want my master's. I'm gonna finish that up. Um, on to the next. That's right. What's good, A. Thomas? You love you some side chicks, boy. See, you the problem. You're the problem. That kind of talk right there. Don't make me block you just on that. Just on GP. Hey, Roxas. I know I'm saying it wrong. Hey, Miss Hollywood TV. Thanks for tuning in. Tasha, I got you. Joshua, I got you. I was on the live you did earlier with Jax, but I thought you said you were going to go walking. Did you go a second time with Jax? Um, this is something you want to participate in. A love triangle? Baby, these side chicks are not playing. La Asia Sage. Is that your name, La Asia Sage? Put a one in the chat if I'm saying it right. With the butterfly next to your name. Sage is like one of my all-time favorite names. I wrote a book, Baby Girl, and the main character, her name is Sage. That's my favorite name. Don't ask me why I didn't ever name one of my kids that. I don't know, but I should have. Um, um, you're good, A. Thomas. Well, maybe we should keep you around. Maybe you have a side chick story that we want to hear about. So that's what we're talking about tonight, side chicks, guys, and how they don't just want to take your man; they want to take your life. Um, Let me just start out by telling you my experience, my side chick experience. Um, it was probably one of the most horrible things that I have ever been through. Um, it was my husband, okay, and before we were married, I was pregnant with his child, and I knew my husband for years. We were together for years as friends, and then we went on to become friends or benefits. But anyway, before we knew it, we were living together. We were having a baby. And I was just like, you need to grow up. And this is why you don't make your best friend, your boyfriend, right? So, but I loved him as a friend first. And I also loved him like as a person, right? I didn't really love him so much as my man, but that's probably why when I got pregnant, I was like, look, you need to step it up. You need to do blah, blah, blah. So we ended up breaking up in the middle of my pregnancy, and he got with somebody else. And when I tell you, she hated my guts. Here you were with my baby daddy at the time, and you have the audacity to hate me. That woman wanted me dead. She said, I hope you die. She said, I hope you die. It was terrible, and it was all his fault. But I can go on and on and on about that. But he actually told me too. He said, you know what? You might not think you her, but you are her, because this girl, I think if he said he said, honestly, I don't want to say it like that, but I think she might try to have something done to you. That's how upset she is with you, and that's how much she is threatened by you. And I'm like, that doesn't make me feel good to hear. And um, it was just like that, you know. And then he eventually, you know, left her alone. We got married, and it was just like a whole ordeal. And I just wish, if I could go back in time, I wish I had a did what I was gonna do from the beginning, which was leave him alone. But I got caught up in my ego as well, you know, with the little girl calling me and saying different things like, oh, I took your man, blah, blah, blah. Baby, you didn't take nothing from me. And so I had to show her. I had to show her what time it was. Never prove nothing to anybody, especially a side chick, because I knew him too well, and I knew that he wasn't studying her. And that was number one. I knew he wasn't studying her. And number two, I knew who he was. I knew that he was going to do whatever he wanted to do. Married or not, married to me or not, he was just going to do what he wanted to do. He always did what he wanted to do. That was just the kind of guy he was. He always said, I'm a Gemini. I swing back and forth, whatever. But yeah, right. Have him, Miss Holiday TV, and that's what I want to talk about. Just let them have him, like. And we're gonna talk about these side chicks that go crazy and who have went crazy. We know about the Romika Meek story. I did a commentary on that, and then I talked about that story when it first happened. Like, poor Romika had her life taken, stolen from her September 8th. And just this week, there was another story of a girl. We're going to get into all of this. Let me check my traps. Let me check the chat, because y'all going up in here. Let me see what's good. Tasha, Tasha, I had no business being a part of that. Here I am, this sophisticated, grown-ass woman, playing those type of games with, you know, and like I said, a lot of it was my ego. And my sister even told me once, she said, you know, you guys are letting him get away with murder because, you know, we were all young at the time, you know. And I felt like, you know, I felt like it was fun. But I told my ex one time, I said, you know, this type of thing, it doesn't end well. Like, this type of situation doesn't end well, because I just knew so many women, so many older women who told me how a woman, like one of my co-workers, she was one of them, like, tough. Like, you know, she used to we used to work at Dillard's together right when I got out of college, before I started my career that I just retired from. Right then, we were working together at Dillard's, and she used to always have on these cute suits, because I think I told you guys about this the other day. At Dillard's, we used to get buku discounts, okay? We used to get a lot of money off our discounts, right? So when the things were going on sale, and I started wearing suits too. Why the hell my young ass needed a suit? I don't know. But I had my pantsuits, I had my skirt sets, and they just hung around in my closet forever, because I had nowhere to wear those to. I wasn't going to an office to work. What was I thinking? And suits are hot, okay? And I was a lot slimmer, but I've always been a thick girl. So I wasn't gonna be wearing a hot ass suit. But anyway, I digress. So what was her name? She had one of them older lady names too, like Evelyn, Rita. What was her name? She used to make all the sales too every day. She was always number one. What was her name? I had her hair in a cute little cut, and used to have her makeup on, honey. She'd be strutting, like strutting. like a, you know what I mean? But I don't think she was, you know. But she used to kind of strut like that. She was bad, bad, cute, chocolate. Honey, we was working together one shift, and she got to telling me about her husband and how his woman had the nerves to come to her house, walked up on her porch. She said, "Look, you can go on and have him, okay?" Honey, back in the day, they'll pull out that switchblade so quick on you. Them women did not play. When you try to come to them as a woman, talking about some Barbara, this, some Shirley type stuff, them women didn't play that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, it wasn't none of them. It wasn't Florence. It started with and watch when I get off of here, chat. I'm gonna remember her name. Right, M3. That's how people get hurt. Baby, I don't never want another Janine. I do not ever want another Gemini in my life. I'm steering clear. Just like I used to date this Nigerian, and after him, it was a cute African at the club trying to get with me back in the day. But this is when I was playing games with my husband, right? And I was gonna get with him, but he was so cute. He looked like Usher. But I'm like, I'm not doing Africans no more. I just got out of that. So I'm not doing the Gemini thing anymore. Like, I'm Aquarius, him Gemini. We were supposed to be simpatico. You guys know I don't do the whole astrology thing now that I'm supposed to be a Christian and I know better. But back then I didn't. So he had her and I, Aquemini on his neck, and I have him and I, Aquemini on my, not this arm, the other arm. But yeah, those Geminis, baby. Hey, Crystal's World, I'm good. How about you? I am having a great night. Thank you. Goddess of Mine, thank you for tuning in. Hey, Reba. Your granny was a fighter, LaAsia Sage. I'm going to call you Sage. I don't care if that's not your name. Sage is so dope. You dope now. I'm calling you Sage. Sage, you hit the nail on the head. Most side chicks do not want your man. They want to be you. This is so true. Hey, Anil, Yamas. I am rich. I'm already rich. Thank you. Hey, Thomas said he had 4 girlfriends at once. Didn't work out. Couldn't go home for 2 days when they found out. The most, the most men that I ever dated was 3 at a time. It's fun. It's fun. It's really fun because you always have something to do. You're not really into one of them. You might like somebody, but you just like them all the same, really. So that's another thing, ladies. Don't think that a man likes you more than her. I mean, it was hard for me to say it at the time, but now that I'm older and wiser, and now that that man is gone, that man is gone from this earth. Okay, rest in peace. Shout out to my ex-husband, but baby, he didn't love nobody. He didn't love nobody because if you love somebody, you're gonna stay with that person that you love. And guys, we're gonna get into, we got all night. I don't gotta be at work. Y'all do. Your girl is retired, so I could stay on here until my phone. Well, I got a charger right here. I could be on here all night. But we're gonna get to all these stories, and we're gonna talk about these women. Like, they're not snapped, and they're getting away with it. They're getting away with it because the main chick. What is that? A main chick? The wives, the first girlfriends, the main, the number one. They're trying to go get their men, and these side chicks are like letting them have it. Baby, if he wants to be somewhere else, let him stay there. First of all, what I would tell my younger self is, let him go, let her have him. It might sting your ego and bruise your ego at first, and you might feel a certain way because you feel like, okay, well, but let her have him. There's nothing better than to let the next woman have him because he don't want her anyway. Most of the time, it's just something to do. Very rarely will a man leave a woman for another woman. Most of the time, a man is going to stay where he's already comfortable, where he already knows the woman, right? And He's, you know, and that was my husband. He was very comfortable with me. He knew me for a long time. He knew who I was. And even, you know, when things was going bad, we always kept in contact with each other. And like I said, we eventually got married. And I was probably the only woman that he really trusted like that. Um, so I mean, we had a deep connection as friends first. So whoever was there first, and this is what I don't understand about the side chicks. If he's not loyal to the woman before you, what makes you think he's going to be loyal to you? That's number one. Number two, if he's all that, and if he really wants you, why does he keep going back to the first woman? If he really liked you like that, he would cut everything off with her. There would be no other woman for you to compete with. Either side. Either side. Right? You work second shift, you'll be up with me. Let's go, Sage. That's what, see, I told you you was dope. I told you. You already my girl. Did you subscribe? Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel because October, we stepped it up in September, but we're about to own it in October. We're about to close out this last quarter. We're about to get our emergency funds well funded. We're about to get ready for these holidays, these crazy kids, our families, our men. If you don't got them in, we're about to get ready for 2026 so we can get them in. Um, we're just about to do it up the rest of this year because I'm not letting up. And if you over here with me, you're going to be on the same wavelength. We're going to be on the same energy. We're not letting up. We're if we haven't reached our goals by now, or if we didn't have any goals, we're gonna get it kicked off. And by 2026, by the end of the first quarter of 2026, we're gonna be so much further along in our goals in life than we are come October 1st. Watch what happens. Um, hey, Ann, there's my boo. Where you been at, Ann? You haven't even been on here. Thank you. Um, Loyalty. Let me tell you something. When my ex, at the time when he was doing all this stuff, it seemed like he had a lot of friends, but they start falling by the wayside because first of all, they like, wait a minute, you know, I was down for him. You know, I was his friend. I was always there for him. They were like, wait a minute, that was your best friend. You guys been cool, and for you to do this and do that, like people look at that. Let me know. Let me know. Like if you have a friend, ladies and men that's in the chat, let me know, how do you feel about this? If you have a friend who cheats on her man, or fellas, if one of your boys is married and he cheats, how do you feel about him? Because if you would cheat on a person that you lay next to every night, that you sleep with, I can't trust you. If you would do that to the person that you stick yourself in, come on now, you would do anything. And women too, like if a woman would cheat on her man, or especially if one of my friends is a side chick, or she's having an affair with a married man, I don't trust you. I know women who stopped being friends with women because they cheated with, not even with their man, but with somebody else's man, because it's like you a hoe. I can't trust you. Right. Don't build your house on another woman's tears. And I think it was Shaka Khan that told somebody before, like, God is not going to bless you with somebody else's husband. And he won't. So I don't know why these women think that, like, why would you want him? Number one, he's disloyal. Number two, he's probably being dishonest with his wife. His wife don't know about you. Like me, I didn't know about that girl. I was telling my ex, look, get it together, or it's going to be over between us. And he didn't seem like he was getting it together. So I'm like, look, I'm in the middle of a pregnancy. I'm like, you got to, get on. I don't want it to have nothing else to do with you. He was like, are you sure? Because he already knew he was already living foul. And I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. Because, one, I was dead serious. I didn't want to keep going that way. Even though I was pregnant, I was going to have my child. I didn't care. I did care. But I knew that whether me and my boyfriend at the time, I knew whether we were together or not, I knew what kind of guy he was. He was like a stand-up guy. He was going to be around for his child. And I knew we would co-parent, right? This is before I had all my children. Um so I was just like, okay, cool. But in my mind, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking he's going to get it together if I just keep threatening him, right? I didn't think that he has somebody wishing, hoping, and praying for him to break up with me so that they can slide right in, right? So yeah, I didn't know anything about her. Turns out this knew about me. She knew who I was. This knew who I was. Knew I was having a baby. Knew everything about me because this loser told her. And these losers, they'll tell these women. These women say, "Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know about her. I didn't know." How in the hell did you not know that this man can't never spend a night with you? Any holidays, he is never there with you. You can't call him only certain times, or he got to call you only or text you only. You can't just pick up the phone and call him. You know. It was this woman on TikTok doing a story time about how she was pregnant at 40 years old with her first child. So she didn't want to get rid of it. That's her body, her choice. But she found out that she was pregnant by a married man and said that the guy would come and spend days at a time with her. At her house, though, but she never spent days at his house. There's always ways to tell guys. There's always, don't ever play yourself and say, "Oh, I didn't know." You know. Like, unless you're dumb. You got to be very dumb. Now, there are men who are very, very astute at cheatology. They are very good at cheating. They are very good at playing games with women's minds. They know how to do it, honey. They're going to mind you, right? First of all, they're going to do that. And then they're going to love bomb you. They might be sending you roses because that's what the side chick is like crack. It's like crack for them. They're chasing that high, that initial high that they got in the love bombing stages. When they first met your man, your husband, and he was playing games with them and stringing them along. Like, I wish I had a woman like you. Look, I wish I would have met you a long time ago. You would be my wife right now. I wish you were having my baby. Just bullshit. Excuse me. Just bull, BS, straight up BS that they tell these women, and these women fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. They start talking about the woman that they're with, or if they're not being honest like that, right? Then they'll start telling you stuff like, "I gotta go on this run," or "I'm gonna be on the road for a while," you know, such and such a date. I gotta go out of town. They're gonna have some kind of BS, right? And if they're a trucker or they have any type of job where they travel, even better. So what is the side chick? She doesn't really know, but that's when you should start investigating. Oh, what's your Facebook? I want to follow you on Facebook. Or let's follow each other on Instagram. You should know his socials. Especially nowadays, back in the day, maybe he could cheat because back in the day, in the 80s, I'm talking back in the day, right? Maybe he didn't have a cell phone or whatever. But these ninjas have their cell phone on them. Let me go ahead and report you, Mix Jones, because you're not going to come over here disrespecting me like that. Like, you done lost your ever-loving mind. Let me go ahead and report you. And let me get rid of you. Okay. So you will never be here to return ever, ever again. Bye-bye. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, so now you're hitting. Right, call you back all late. Absolutely. Thank you, Hazel. If you haven't hit the like button already, please hit the like button for me. I appreciate that. Thank you, Hazel. But yes, where was I at before I got bothered by that troll? Yeah, it's always that one. Like, it's always that one messing up the groove. But I got it back. I'm back. So yeah, nowadays they can't say, well, I was on another call, because back in the day, like in the 60s, 70s, right, you didn't have call waiting, right? And then the 80s, 90s, you did have call waiting. Well, why you didn't click over? Why you let your phone ring? But if they were out the house, what will you do? I wasn't at home, or I was over such and such, or I went to did such and such. But now they have that phone. Everybody's on their phone. Your phone is right next to you. Ain't no way you left your phone at home. You can't buy that. So you know for sure that he can't lie to you like that, right? So you should know his socials. Everybody got some type of social. Unless he a real PIMP, that he knows better. He's not gonna be on social media. I know men like that. They wouldn't be caught dead on social media, okay? For a lot of reasons. And the main one being they're not trying to get caught up, right? So so most men don't have a social media because they don't want to go through all that. Or if they do have a social media, they can't post you. Or they'll tell you they have a social media, but they'll say, "Oh, I don't be on social media like that." Fall for it if you want to. It now if you're just dating him, and like I said, I've dated 3 guys at a time before. That's not cheating. I'm dating. I wasn't in a relationship. No handcuffs were on me. I wasn't married to anybody. I wasn't living with any of them. I was young. I was doing my thing. I like to date. I like to date better than I like to be in a relationship, because I'm old, but I'm not trying to be tied down. No. Shy City, what's good? Thanks for joining. Yep, that's what they love to say. Oh, I don't have social media. Okay, you don't have social media. Okay, that the first thing you should be asking, because this is what these young kids do. I know, I have young kids, and I'm talking 18, 20. The first thing they're asking each other, oh, what's your Instagram? So I can follow you on Instagram. And they text through Instagram. Then they can be all up in the stories and stuff like that off top. That's what the kiddos are doing. They're asking for each other's social media. Um, if he don't have any social media, that's cool. But make sure you have his first, last, and middle name, so you can go ahead and verify that and do do a background check. Always do a background check on these fools. Don't let them play you. And don't feel like you're stalking. Don't feel like you're doing something that's unsorted. You are not. You are protecting your heart. Before you even go on the first date, have those long conversations, and not by text. Have a conversation on the phone. Hear his voice so you can hear the tone, the inflection, because you can lie a lot through a text. They have time to think about their response and all of that, right? And then let him ask you on a date. Like, I'm the type of girl that I'm very chill. I don't really need to go out on a date at first. Like, if I have somewhere I want to go, like a concert, or I like going to events more than I like going on a date. You know what I mean? Like, I like dressing up and going somewhere. And so if I have something in mind, if he asks me, well, what I would like to do, I'll say, well, and M3 already knows, oh, take me to the museum. I want to see this exhibit. I like doing stuff like that. Or let's go to Barnes and Nobles. Let's pick out a book together and let's read it together. I'm a nerd. So anyway, but no, don't do that. And I'm not doing that anymore. Let them take you out. Let them take you out. You want to be seen. You want to be seen in public. You want to be seen where you live and where he lives. If he lives near you, better yet, if he doesn't live in your city, you go to him. You go to him and let him take you out and show you off in his city. That way, when you're ready to leave, you can go. Don't stay the night. But if he asks you, but ask him, or if he does ask you, don't let it be at a hotel. Like, you want to know his actual residence, right? Like, no, I'll meet you at your place and we can just go to wherever you're going to from there, right? Hey, Ali. Ali, that's my other favorite name. This is about to be a good show. My main character, Sage Ali. Okay. I'm good. What about you? Right. You know what? I don't mind texting Sage. I don't mind texting at all. But in the beginning, we got to have some phone conversations because I like those calls too. I like those calls in the morning when I'm first waking up with his deep voice. I want to hear his deep voice in the morning. I want to know that I can talk to you. I want to know that I can call you 7 a.m. because you're not laying next to your boo, your wife, your girl. But like I was saying, I don't want to find out later what I should have known from the beginning. So, oh, I'll meet you at your house, and then we can go to dinner from there, and I can follow you. So that way, you know if he lives alone or if he lives with a wife, right? So if he tries to, oh no, I meet you there, it's gonna be too difficult. You're gonna have to no. If you start making excuses, trust your gut. Okay, but the first story we kind of just went over Romika Meeks. I'll get to her assailant, Holly Johnson. They say her name is something else. I could barely pronounce it, so I'm still going with Holly Johnson. But I know what is it? Qua something. Qua something sounds just like somebody that will go cuckoo over somebody else's man. Um, but right after that, this week we have this special girl who, and when I say special, I mean special. Look at how special she looked. See that? Side chick. But let's talk about her story. Her name is Janaya Imani Mita. She's 25. And she is locked up after police say she tried to uh, unalive a romantic rival. That's what they're calling them now. Romantic rivals. And this happened in Miami Gardens, at her Miami Gardens home over a love triangle dispute. Jania was arrested Saturday. This was just last weekend. This wasn't a long time ago. This just happened as well. Um, and she faces an attempted M word charge. Just before 10 a.m., police were dispatched. This happened early in the morning. And I'm about to get on you main chicks too, because y'all y'all play too much. Y'all play too much with your life. You don't go to the other woman's house. Ever. Okay? Now, it says just before 10 a.m., early in the morning, they were on some BS. Police were dispatched to Walt Fraser Park when a 911 caller reported that a woman had been and was inside a silver Nissan Altima. The woman, whose identity hasn't been released, had she had got hurt 2 times. And I got the video, but you guys go look it up on Facebook. Because I'm not about to get my channel snatched for this mess. Her name is Janaya Imani Mita. And I put her name also in the description. So if you want to go check out that video of the main chick showing up to her house, knock on the door asking for her man, and then she saw she has a boom boom. She said, "Oh, you come to the door with a with a stick? Let me go." And as the girl is walking away, she lets her have it, and I guess she popped her twice. The woman, whose identity hasn't been released, had got popped twice, one in her back and another in her buttock. So I hope she could walk. That D ain't worth you being paralyzed. That's cray cray. Okay, Miami Gardens Fire Rescue took her to HCA, Florida, Aventura Hospital. An officer investigating found 2 spent shell casings on the front porch. The woman told investigators that she was driving by when she saw her boyfriend's car parked outside the residence. So she just happened to be driving by and saw her man's car outside. The woman says she got out of her car and knocked on the door, asking for her boyfriend to come outside, according to the report. When he didn't open the door, the woman walked toward a side gate. Now, why are you going towards the side gate? Why are you doing that? That's crazy. Why are you at that woman's house, walking all up around the house and all that? That's when police say Mita opened the front door, stepped onto the porch, and popped her twice toward the woman. Mita told her to get away from my house. The incident was captured on Ring camera footage, according to the report. In an interview with detectives, Mita said the woman began banging on her door and saying she was going to beat her. I didn't hear her say that. Mita added she opened the door when she saw the woman walking toward the side gate. Part of her statement was redacted in the report, but Mita acknowledged that she recognized the woman from a prior incident involving the woman's boyfriend. So she knew her man had a woman. She didn't care. They don't care. Following the incident, the boyfriend, 26 years old, so they're all young. The woman who did it was 25, and the man involved is 26. Babies. But that ain't nothing. Some of y'all old people be getting caught up like this. But y'all, why did boyfriend run? He fled the home in a Mercedes Benz but was detained, per the report. He told police that he was inside the home in her bedroom and didn't answer the door because it wasn't his house. Okay. The boyfriend, however, said he heard the when Mita answered the door. After applying for a search warrant, police obtained a semi-automatic that they believe was used in the incident. Mita was booked into Turner Guilford Knight Correctional Center, where she's being held without bond. Was it worth it? It wasn't worth it at all because, first of all, and we're going to go to Kiana Wilson's story too a little bit down the line once we discuss this one. But in these incidents, how is it happening that your boyfriend is in a house with another woman and lets her get off on you? He didn't try to stop her. He wasn't like, hey, don't do that. I'm about to just go and try to resolve the issue or whatever. And then he leaves with the woman or whatever. Or he should say, don't answer the door at all. Just don't answer the door. But why would he let, and you don't have a weapon, first of all, the woman who got popped didn't have a weapon. So why is the man letting her pop you? And why did he run off and leave? He didn't even see if you were okay. I would feel so stupid for going to go look for a man who didn't even care if I was living or unliving. That is crazy. And like I said, she had no business going up to that woman's door, side chick or not. If that was your man, he wouldn't have been in that house with her. That's number one. If that was your man, he would have came to the door and left with you and made sure you were good. But he didn't do that. So why are these women, first of all, why are you going to go get a man? Shouldn't he be at home with you? If that's your man, you shouldn't have to go get him. If that's your man, if he's so bold enough to cheat and go lay up with another woman at her house, the last thing you need to be doing is going to go run after him. That's the part I don't get. But like I said, I don't care if it's my husband. I don't care if it's my baby daddy. I don't care if I think I'm his main chick. I'm not going to another woman's house. For what? Why would I be at another woman's house talking about tell Dion to come outside? Tell Ray I'm out here. Where he at? You looking all through the bushes, got your cat eye open, trying to look through the blinds. And these women are not playing. They don't just want your man, they want to take your life. And they will do that if that means they can get you out of the way. And most of the time, these women are getting away with it. Holly Johnson in the Romika Meeks case is still on the streets free. Catch that. So Like I said, let them women have these men. Let them have them. Like, your life or your freedom is not worth it. Hey, sis. How are you doing tonight? Hey, Cancer 66. Did I say hi to you already, Cancer 66? Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks to everyone who already hit the like button. I appreciate you. Um, he went to his third girl house, goddess of mine. He probably did. Because guess what? What makes the game so cold, if they have another woman they're cheating with, best believe it's a third woman. Don't think it's just you and the other chick. No, no, he got a whole circle that he travels through. When he ain't at her house and y'all can't find him, he at number three's house. And number three don't give a about what he do. She don't care because she probably got playing around too. Y'all saw Baby Boy. Remember Baby Boy, where uh what was her name in the movie? Taraji Henson. What was her character's name? Remember his first baby mama? She could care less. Like, just come over and just every now and then and be on about your way. She didn't care what he did. She wasn't tripping on him. But Taraji was the one that was always worried about him and what he had going on. But that third, number three, she don't care. She don't care for whatever reason. She may have another man herself. She probably got a man herself. She might be married or whatever, and she might just like your man's what he can do in the bedroom. That's all they got going on. He's just a hit it and quit it. That's all they have going on, and she knows that, so she don't care. Number two wants your number one spot. She wants to be number one. And usually what happens is if the number one chick moves on, then number two slides into number one position, and then number three is just there. And so number two is always worried about what is my man doing? What is my man doing? Because she knows he's a cheater. So now she don't have number one to fight with anymore, but now she got to fight with number two. Hey, Layla. How you doing, Layla? That's what happens. I'm just trying to let you guys know because we got STDs to worry about, but we also got these other women to worry about. We can't be out here in these streets all willy nilly. We really have to watch our back. We can't just trust these men. Men don't trust these women either because you just don't know. You just really don't know. But yeah, like I was saying in that case, could you imagine you done got shot in your back? You done got shot in your buttocks. And this man done ran off on the plug. He is gone. He ran off. He didn't. First of all, he didn't stop his side chick from doing it. Like, you couldn't stop her. You couldn't stop her. Right, Deneen. pH balance all the way off. All the way off. You just stinking like fish. You don't know what's going on. You at the doctor's office, down to the free clinic every other week. And don't tell him what he gave you. You smelling like him and her. You don't even know if he took a bath or a shower in between y'all. Ew. Hey, Tyrell. Thanks for tuning in. How are you doing tonight? What's good with you? You know what? Right, Sage. Nasty as hell. M3, you don't have to worry. You just have to ask questions and keep your head on a swivel. I think a lot of times women, especially if they like somebody, don't let him be cute. Don't let him be cute. Don't let him talk a little good game, right? Because it's always the type, right, that like to cheat. They think they're cute. They think they have it going on, right? So don't let him be cute. And don't let him, be able to, spit game a little bit, you know. And then I think too, when it comes to like a man that cheating, I think sometimes too that women, sometimes they'll feel like they want to prove something to each other. Sometimes it's not even about him. It's about proving to the next woman something. So like you can't be that insecure and get caught up into stuff like that. You just got to let him go. Let him go. Let him do him. And you do you. Because one thing is for sure, two things is for certain. If a man respects you, he's not going to play those type of games with you. He's going to be honest with you, and he's going to tell you, you know what? I don't think, right now I want to be in a relationship, even if it hurts you. If a man is honest with you, believe him. He don't want to be in a relationship with you. Don't try to win him back. Don't try to prove to him that you're the one that he really needs to choose. Move the hell on. Because 9 times out of 10, that other girl that he's cheating with, or those other girls that he want to go be with, he don't want them. He just really, for whatever reason, trying to flex, trying to drop his nuts, okay? And then they usually come running back anyway. Don't be that one to be there waiting for him when he comes running back either. Let him go. Let him go. Like, that's how you win. That's how you win, by letting them go. It's going to take you, depending on how long you were with them, it's going to take you a good amount of time. But that first month, once you can let him go that first month and move on and do you, you're going to see. He's going to run back, and then you're going to be able to laugh at her, the woman who thought she took your man, because he's going to come running back to you. Then you'll be able to laugh at him when he thought his silly ass was going to come back to you. Laugh at him too and keep on moving on. And then don't block him on your Facebook, because you want him to see you and your new man. And you want her to see that she didn't stop nothing. She helped you. She took your problem. Real talk, real talk. But I couldn't believe that when I saw that. And also, Kiana Williams. Kiana Williams is this is Kiana Williams, and this is her husband. Now, Kiana's husband left her, I believe. He was going back and forth. They got married, and I don't know if he left her, if he was leading her on, but Kiana was still very much in love with her husband. But her husband he had moved on, really. Like, he had stopped posting her on his Facebook page. He was pretty much living with the other woman, who is Kiosha. I think that's how you say her name. It really don't matter how you say her name, because she a side chick. And side chicks don't matter. But I'm just playing. But she took her life because Kiana was foolish, and she also went looking for her husband. Now, that's my husband. Like, you got to be like crazy. Like, this is my husband. If I come to your house looking for my husband, open up the damn door and tell my husband to come outside. His wife on him. Like, you got to be bold as hell to come to the door with and I'm looking for my husband. That's my husband. That's my fucking husband. Yeah, but she came. Kiosha went looking for him, and Kiosha did not walk away with her life. In the first case, with what's her name, Jania, she went to jail, and the other girl got shot. But in this case, Kiosha didn't go to jail. Kiosha did not go to jail. That's what I am trying to tell y'all. Don't go to these people's house. If that's your husband, he shouldn't be at her house. Where you should be at is the court house. Don't go looking for that man. Go looking for a divorce attorney. Divorce his ass. Poor Kiana would be here still. Kiana went knocking on that door. Kiosha, then she tried to barge her way in there. And her husband too. Her husband didn't save her. He should have been like, no, you're not going to pull that out. Go fight. Go fight if you're going to do anything. But you're not about to pull that out on my wife. He let her pop his wife. And neither one of them got in trouble for it, got charged with it, because that woman came to her house knocking on her door. That's the last I heard about that. I didn't hear. If you guys know, hey Joyce, thanks for tuning in. We're talking about side chicks because they're going crazy. They want your man and they want your life too. You know what I'm saying? It's bananas. It's bananas in pajamas. Right, Cancer 66. Know your worth. Know your worth because, first of all, you are worth somebody being faithful to you. You are worth your husband not cheating on you. I used to say this all the time when I was young, all men cheat. But men do not cheat on the women that they love. They do not cheat when they are happy in their marriage, even when they're not happy. Most of the time, men do not cheat. Little boys cheat. Insecure men cheat. Men who don't have it together mentally or emotionally, they cheat. So if you married someone with a sound mind who fears the Lord and who loves you, he's not going to cheat on you. He's not. And if your husband cheats on you, then that shouldn't be your husband anymore because he allows somebody else to. A marital bed is supposed to be undefiled. How is your marriage undefiled if your man is cheating on you? Like, and I used to also say, like a dummy, because I was dumb as HE double hockey sticks. I used to say, oh, cheating isn't a deal breaker. What I said, I'm a stayer. I'm just joking. I didn't say I was no damn stayer. But I used to say, well, cheating doesn't mean anything. That's what I used to think. I used to, I was so delusional. I said, oh, cheating don't mean anything. Men can go out and cheat and they don't care. But cheating does mean a lot. Cheating means that he's unfaithful. Cheating means that he doesn't care about your health or his because he can catch something and bring it home. Cheating means that he's not stable minded. If you're married to someone and he's cheating, then that means that he doesn't love you and he doesn't want to be with you. Now, the difference between a marriage and a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, if you leave your husband, you'll be commit adultery too if you move on. So if your husband wants to come back to you and if you feel like he's very much apologetic, he means it, he's changed, he's turned over a new leaf, and you want to take him back, do the work. Make him do counseling. Make him go to testing and show that he's not carrying any communicable diseases. Make sure that he is really 100% ready to move forward with you and put that behind you if that's what you want to do. But you don't have to do that once he cheats on you. Don't be that woman that says, well, that's my husband, and God says we're not supposed to divorce. God also says you're not supposed to cheat on your wife. So if he cheats on you, then you don't have to be his wife. Is that the lady who the side chick? Yes, that happened twice. Yo, and two different. It's happening a lot. That's why I was like, I was actually gonna do another live tonight, but I was like, no, I'm gonna do this one tonight. We need to talk about this stuff. We need to get it all out in the open, all out on the table. Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed if you're in this predicament right now. If you have been in it before, share your stories. Share your stories with your sisters. Let them know so that they don't feel alone, so that they know that there is life after being cheated on. I want to hear the stories about, I don't want to hear the stories about I stayed. I don't want to hear those. I want to hear the ones where you left, you bossed up, you got your revenge body together, and you met your Russell Wilson. You and the kids moved on. Y'all moved into another house. You left that cheating nigga alone. But if you stayed, and your man changed for the better, then that's cool too. I guess. Because I stayed, so I can't really talk. Um, but yes, it's happening a lot, yo. It's happened a lot. You think he's still with that woman? Yep. He probably after Kiana's buried and gone, and he's probably still with Kiosha. I don't know if he's still with her. I didn't really do a deep dive. Let's look. Let's look and see. Let's go to the Facebook. Y'all know I can stalk somebody Facebook. I'ma show how you go down the slide. Um, Cause absolutely not. Okay, we're going to Kiosha Greer's Facebook right now. She probably she probably hiding. She probably is nowhere to be found. Watch what I'm telling y'all, cause that's how they do. They're like little mice, right? They like to come out and sneak out. That's what they should call. That's why they call them hood rats. Um, let's see. Yeah, she not on here. She done ran away. She not on here. Mm-hmm. Hiding. Yeah. But that whole video too of her, of Kiana walking up to her door, that's on Facebook too. I'm not gonna show it here for obvious reasons. But yeah, he started talking to her down to the job. Like, I talked about work husbands and stuff like that before. I ain't never messed with nobody husband though. I was just joking. But a little bit. But yes, honey, don't think, and it be the one that you least suspect, the one that when you call up to the job, she always sound cool. Oh, hey, how you doing, Mrs. So and so? Oh yeah, he's on break right now. Can I take a message? The whole time he right there like this. Mm-hmm. I've seen them do it, honey. I've seen them do it. They'll be at work, right at work, supposed to be making money, playing games, buying her lunch. They'll be buying that other woman lunch. They'll be going off on their cigarette breaks, their smoke breaks with her. You can't never find him at work. He always so busy at work. Whole time he cheating with the coworker. It happens every day. It happens every day. That's why you need to show up with his lunch sometimes. Stop being so lax in your relationship. Pop up on the job, okay? If you find them doing something, and you might not find them doing nothing, but be on guard for the woman who seems overly nice, or the one that's looking at you weird, or the one that's snapping at you and being smart with you for no reason, because side chicks are very crafty. They'll either be very nice, or they can't hold their hatred for you, so they'll either be like real, like they see you coming and their nose is turned up, like, why are you looking at me like that? Like, I don't even know you. Like, you don't even know this woman. She don't even know you, but she knows, all she knows is she wants your man, right? That's what she do know. She do know that Daniel be putting it down, and she not going to come up off of him. Mm-hmm. Not for you. So pop up at his job sometimes. Do a little recognizance. See what's going on. Show up with his lunch that you forgot to give him. Show up with for any reason. You don't need one. That's your husband. That's your man. Show up at his house. I mean, at his job. Pop up like, hello, it's me. Right. Work, wives, and husbands destroy so many marriages. So many. Pop up. You said one and done, you out, Denise. That's what's good. Right. You lie, you cheat, you are not the one. Because, and my mom's in the chat. She always said that it's so much easier to say. My mom always said, she said, you know what? I can accept a man keeping it real with me. She said, because it might hurt, but I can move on. It's the lies that be so devastating, because if a man is lying to you, he knows he's cheating, or he knows he doesn't want you, but he keeps playing the games, right? I remember, and I said this before as well, TD Jake said that when a man cheats on you, it can cause you to be mentally ill, especially if that man is playing games and there's another woman involved, right? That can kind of make you a little mentally ill. And we know people like that on the internet, right? And we know people like that in our real lives too. Women who, they started off cool, they were cute, they kept themselves up, but then they got with a man who damaged them, right? And once you get involved in a relationship with someone and you feel like you love them, It's not always as so easy, it's not cut and dry where you could just leave them because your emotions and your feelings are caught up into someone, right? Hey, hustlepreneurs, what's good? I don't play that work wife ish. Don't open the door you don't want me to walk through. I'ma rip the frame off. Get them, girl. She said she's gonna rip the frame off when she walked through it. I know that's right. Don't play with me. Don't play with my heart. I'm like that. I used to be like that too. Don't play games with me because you don't want them. You don't. You do not want to play those games with me. I used to be like that. Like, don't play with me because when I play back, I used to be the type that I'm gonna make you feel everything that you trying to make me feel. I'm gonna make you feel that. I'm gonna make you really think about trying to mess with my man. I'm really gonna make you curse the ground I walked on because that's how bad I'm gonna do you. I don't even want him no more. But I'm gonna make you wish you never met me. That's how I used to be. Now, thank God for Jesus, because I don't want. I'm so easy going these days. Like I said, I think I told you guys that a couple of days ago. I was supposed to call somebody back. I forgot his name. Like, I'm very easygoing. I don't care like that no more. And then especially after you've been through something like that, it's like hard for you to like trust, hard for you to get connected and committed to somebody because you don't want to go through that type of stuff. And then once you're out of it, you're just like at so much you have so much peace and you're so calm. It's like I can see the BS. Cause that Gemini was something different. He came with a lot of BS. Like another man can't even come at me and talk to me the way he did. Because number one, I loved him, so I went for a lot of his BS. But number two, he just had so much. I mean, he would just say so many different things, and like if I hear it from somewhere else. I already know. I already know that game. You can't play that game with me. That doesn't sound peaceful. I am at peace, Ryan. I am so at peace these days. I am so peaceful. I'm so calm. I'm an angel. He did have an agenda. It wasn't me and it wasn't her. No, it was not. My first marriage led me into deep depression to the point I couldn't even watch TV, listen to music, or be around other people. I was in my early 20s. That was the worst feeling. Oh man. I've seen women like that. Like, I've never been that type of woman who just but I guess I kind of was. My daughter told me that. I was like, oh, I didn't let so and so do this and do that. And my daughter said, well, but you did do this or something like that. And my daughter is like 13 years old, and I'm so glad I'm raising smart girls. They understand life a lot more than I did. My mom put me on game, but I just think that I see it a lot life a lot differently now. And um, my mom was always the type of person that she gonna just let us see. I guess she said, "Shoot, you ain't go." My mom would tell me things, and I had a godmother, rest in peace, dad. She would put me on game and tell me things. I had a lot of older women in my life to teach me and tell me, but I guess I still had to learn for myself. But yes, if you with some of these men, they will get you to the point where you feel like you don't even know who you are anymore, right? And that's another thing too when it comes to these love triangles and these side chick relationships. You can't get so caught up into a man and what he's doing to you that you lose yourself. Like, if you see yourself not wanting, like Cancer 66 said, and if you see yourself getting to the point, here, turn that towards me. Turn that. I can't feel it. See if you can get this chair right here and set it up on there. Like, if you're finding yourself to the point where you can't function, like I know some women they can't get up out of bed because they're so caught up into how a man treated them. Like, you have to lean it all the way back. Lean the chair back. That feels excellent. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Sorry, y'all. I had to get the fan directly on me. Premenopausal. Like, you find yourself to the point where you can't. I know women who have lost weight. I mean, you can see the bones in their face. They're so heartbroken over a man. I know women who can't get up and get themselves dressed. They're stuck in bed. They can't even get out of bed. They're so heartbroken over a man. I know women who can't sleep at night. I've had friends call me, they're on some MacGyver type stuff, like, look up this address on your computer. This is before everybody had a computer. This is before everybody could get on their phone. They were like, oh, you sitting at your computer? Go look up this address. Where this at? Who live at this address? I have friends like that, and they want me to come with them, and my silly self will be right there with them, like going to go on some Inspector Gadget type stuff, rolling up on somebody. I done rolled up on somebody before. I told y'all about that at the pajama party. But yeah, don't have these men have you and you go doing that. I remember one time I told y'all about my M3. You was there when I said how I was sitting like under a light that had went out. I was sitting under the light watching him go in his house with a plate of food in his hand. Like, that's how crazy he had me. I was in love with that man. This is my ex-husband. This is before him. I was in love with homeboy. And I would, like, be so, like, my mind was stuck. What is he doing? Like, he's not answering my phone calls. I haven't heard from him all day. I know he's up to something. Like, man, like, that's why I like to date, so you don't be stuck on one man. Like, if you got a few of them, you ain't never caught up like that. I was single for 15 years before I remarried. I went to therapy and learned to love myself, and most of all, know my worth. I made a lot of bad decisions, but praise God, I worked through my pain. Amen, Cancer 66. I'm happy that you were able to move on and get with somebody else, because, I mean, there's no happiness in staying with somebody who's making you miserable mentally. And it's so hard for us women. I know men will say, well, women cheat too. Women don't cheat like that. Once we find somebody, we love them, we stay next to them, and we want to be with them. We want to make a home with them and make a life with them, and we're good. Like, it's got to be a very trampy, whorish type of woman to be running around doing this with different men. Hey, Miss Mitchell, thanks for tuning in. Right, I don't want to love like that no more, Deneen. I know, I done learned. I don't want to ever love like that no more either. I'm good. That's why I'm single. Ready to mingle, but single. Baby, I do not care to be in a relationship right now. I got a coworker act like she ain't never had a man. I'm like, girl, let him breathe. Right. I've been there before too. It feels good to be in love when somebody loves you back. It feels really good, but like, yes, you can't lose yourself. You can't lose yourself to the point where you're knocking at some other woman's door. Let that man go. And this man, like, let's go back to this picture. Girl, he was not worth you losing your life. He was not worth it. Oh, that just breaks my heart, because she didn't deserve that. And I'm not speaking ill of her, but I'm just saying he wasn't worth it. Absolutely not. He was not worth what she went through. And leading up to that day when she lost her life, she had been trying to rekindle the spark in their relationship. She had been trying to show him that she loved him, and he just didn't want her. He just didn't want her. Oh, you subscribe just because I spoke to you. I speak to everybody that comes in. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Of course I was going to speak. If I miss somebody, I'm sorry, because sometimes the chat starts moving. My mom said, I spoke to you the other night. You didn't speak to me. I'm like, Mama, I didn't see you. Like, of course I would have spoke to you. Um, right, this piss, all the dating pool is full of piss. Absolutely, it is full of piss. When the pain, hurt, chaos, and drama outweigh the love and good days, it's time to keep it moving. I can love you and leave you. Hustlepreneur, that's exactly what you got to do. You got to love yourself more. You got to love yourself enough to be able to see through um, the tears, because some women can't see past their hurt and pain. They're just stuck. It's not even that they know, like they don't know that they need to leave. They can't even get to that point. They're just stuck. I've been stuck before, and that's the worst kind of feeling you want to be in. That's why I said you have to recognize those patterns early. You have to move and take action early. Don't wait until he's cheated numerous times, or don't keep staying. Leave when you first find out. That's when you're strongest, and that's when you can leave. Um, some men, they have enough nerve to cheat and then want to try to put hands on you because you called them, or want to try to tell you, oh, you ain't leaving, or try to do things like that. I don't understand why a man feels like he wants to cheat but doesn't want to let the person he's cheating. That's that narcissism. That's that selfishness, right? They know that they don't want to do right by you, that they don't mean you no good, but then they don't want to leave you either. That's crazy. If you know that you don't want to be with somebody, just leave her alone. That's that'd be the craziest part. Like, you don't want to be in a relationship with a woman, so leave her alone. But men are not going to do that. But sometimes they do. But the woman just keeps holding on, thinking that she can convince him that she's the right one for him. Like, sometimes you have the side chicks that are doing the most, right? They're not gonna let up off your man. Don't ever think that, oh, I just call him. You think you're gonna call her and cry to her? That's my husband. We're married. I'm having his baby. Like, you have some women that will beg and plead. Like, Kiana was at the side chick's house, basically begging and pleading for her to let her man outside. And she's like, well, he'll come to you. Well, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And then finally they get into it and she loses her life. But she didn't go over there with no rah. She went over there basically to be like, hey, I'm his wife. Where's my husband at? And the side chick wasn't having that. She wasn't hearing that. These side chicks do not care, because in their mind, you're in the way of what they want. You're in the way of them having what they want with your man. So why would they step aside for you or listen to you? You can come with all those Shirley, this is Barbara, woman to woman phone calls, and thinking you're gonna go knock on somebody's door and she gonna be you think you're gonna really go to this woman's house and she's going to be cordial with you? No, she wants your man. That's your rival. That's an op. She's an op. Get that through your head. You are her worst enemy. You're probably like, well, how could she be mad at me? It's my man. She don't like you. Whatever he told her about you, because believe me, he told her things about you, about how you won't give him a divorce, how you keep holding on. He told you he don't want you, how you won't give him his stuff. He told you to move. It's his house, or he don't want to leave his kids. He's told her whatever he needed to tell her, which is not much. Because believe you me, you don't have to tell a side chick much. You can just let her insinuate. Like, I've heard side chicks say, oh, she won't let him see his kids. First of all, he can go down to the courthouse and get visitation if he wants to see his kids. The same way he can go to the courthouse and get a divorce and file for his divorce. If a man doesn't leave his wife, it's because he don't want to leave his wife. He likes things the way they are, playing with your mind and playing with her mind. He don't really want either one of you. He just wants to, because he's bored, insecure. He likes having two women fight over him. And a lot of men like that. They're so insecure and incomplete as men they need to feel whole by having two women fight over them. So he don't think he's gonna protect your heart. He's already cheated. He's already spending nights out. Because most men, even if they cheat, even if they, gonna go out and cheat, they're not going to spend the night out. Thank you guys in advance for hitting my like button. I appreciate you guys. Hey, BB. Side chicks now want to turn into wives. Absolutely. And what makes the game so cold? Some of these men are treating the side chicks better than they treat their wives. They're more loyal to the side chick than they are to the wives. Like this SOB, Jania, the guy involved in that incident, he ran off on the plug. He left his girlfriend, his main chick, to tend to her wounds by herself. He left both of them hanging. Right, this ain't the Barbara and Shirley era, nope. Because these girls are letting off rounds. If you come to their door as a woman, they're gonna pop you. They're popping you. Right, pillow talking. I can't stand the pillow talking ninja telling all my business. How you tell my business? Because if I start talking about you to the next man, you be ready to go upside my head and his. If I told your business, if I told, but they want to go tell the next woman all your business, right? Exactly, Denise. And the crazy part is being side chick, you're playing a dangerous game. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what we're here to talk about, how side chicks don't want your man. They want to take your life. They don't want to just take your man from you. They want to take your life. When the truth is, if he's your man, if he belongs to you, can't nobody take him. And that's what you women got to realize. I'm not talking about anybody specifically. I'm just saying in general, okay? That's what women have to realize, that if he's your man, you ain't got to go knocking on nobody's window. You can sit right at home. And when he could, because he going to come home eventually. Oh, he going to come home, especially if you don't go looking for him. If you let a dog roam and he'll come back home, let him roam. Let him roam. Watch how quick he leave that side chick, because as much as she would do anything to please him, and let me tell you something, she's going to pull out all the stops that you won't do. If you don't give it, honey, she going to give head 3-4 times a day to beat you. If you won't, she going to try to make sure she can solve all his problems. She's going to try to give him the world, okay? Anything he needs, because she wants to show him that she's a better woman than you. She's going to be trying to do cartwheels in the bed. She's going to be dancing on her head. Anything that your man wants. And he's going to like that at first, because he's going to like that he has a certified dummy, a bimbo, that's willing to do whatever he wants them to do. Meanwhile, you at home, you already know he ain't about nothing. And you already know what time it is with him. Sometimes a man does this type of thing because he wants to show you, he doesn't want to leave you, but he wants to show you that somebody else wants him. And he wants you to, because he's insecure, he wants you to prove how loyal you are, or that you really love him. And sometimes that might work. Sometimes if you go and you get in the get out there and get in a ring with another woman, he gonna come home to you. He ain't never want her no way. But why would you have to do all that? Like I said, it's games. Don't play these games with these men and these side chicks. Variety and fun media. Why? Well, that's the same thing your your daddy used to ask your mama. Real talk. That's the same thing your daddy was asking your mother. I see where you get it from, baby. Ooh, that's why you had to come on my page with that hateful rhetoric. Because your daddy hated your mama. And your mama hated you because you came from your daddy. Stop playing with me. Let me go ahead and report you. Let's report you. And harassment or bullying. Me. See, I'm doing it right now. Everybody say bye-bye. Okay, let's report you. Okay. And let's go ahead and hide you from my channel. All right. Bye, Variety and Media. Go make you another channel. Right. A lot of men are too dumb to see that. Absolutely. Um, they they know it, and what the women don't understand is that how you start off is how you have to finish. How you got him is how you're gonna lose him. If you started off doing everything that I won't do, I don't cook like that. I'm not cooking. I'll give you some oodles and noodles, a bowl of Fruit Loops. For real, for real. If I don't feel like cooking, I'm not cooking. If I don't feel like doing nothing that night, we're not doing it. I'm not going to do nothing I don't feel like doing. If I feel like doing it, I will. Okay? Because sometimes I don't feel like it. Sometimes he might not feel like it, right? He not getting up cooking for me like that. So, I mean, I'm just going to be normal. I'm just going to be regular. Like, some days I might be like, babe, what you want me to cook you for dinner? Or, babe, you want to go out tonight or whatever. But some days I might be busy. Okay? I don't have time to hold a man's hand through this life. Okay? I'm not doing all that. I don't care how in love I was with any of these jokers. I ain't never been like that. I ain't never been the one that's gonna go overboard. And I did a lot. I accepted a lot. I took a lot. I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm gonna be, honey, a man. No, I ain't doing all this. No, I wasn't like that. But I'm just saying, I'm just gonna be myself. I'm not ever gonna try to do the most or overdo nothing, because even if you give a man the world, he'll go to another woman and see if she can give him Jupiter. You can give him everything on earth, and he gonna look for somebody else to give him the galaxy. So you can't you can't overwork yourself trying to please nobody. Real talk. And still handle myself with grace and class. I sure did, Miss Mitchell. I'm being facetious. Hustlepreneurs. I fed my man. I did feed my man. I like cooking for my man, for real. But like I said, if I have other things going on, it's not gonna be like I'm gonna get in that kitchen and cook for you every day. I'm not a I'm not a Molly the maid. I'm not a Susie homemaker. You know what I'm saying? I have things I got going on. I'm almost 50 years old, but I still have a creative mind, and I still work and still do things. Even though I'm retired, I don't sit on my butt all day waiting on a man to tell me what he needs and what he wants me to do next. That's not happening. I don't I'm just not that type of woman that that's probably why I don't got a man now too. That's probably why that man cheated on me. Y'all think that's why he cheated on me? Anyway, um, I'm not that type of girl. I'm not sitting around waiting on a man. I got stuff to do. I do. And I want a man who got stuff going on too. I don't want to be like, I'm going to be checking, I'm going to be dropping in if you're my man. If you're my man, then I can drop it by. I can stop by your house if we are married and we live together, and I know you're coming home tonight. You need to be home at a decent hour. Like, you don't need to be out past a certain hour once you're married to me. But if we're just seeing one another, if we're just dating, I don't care what the hell you're doing. Honestly, if it's not my night, then it's not my night. As long as you're single and you're not married, that's all I want to know. If you're single, you do whatever you want to do, because I'm single and I'm doing whatever I want to do. It's not your business what I'm doing when I'm not with you. If it's not your night, it's not your night, okay? When we're together, then we're together. But when we're not together, if we're single, we're single. That's another thing y'all got to start doing too. Like, if you're single and you're dating, date. If you're single and you're having fun, have fun. Stop trying to turn fun into your main, okay? Because sometimes fun is just fun. Sometimes these guys are just having fun with you. Play that cat and mouse game with him. You know, throw that ball of yarn at him. Keep playing with him. Let him play with you. It's fun. It's fun. Don't try to make fun your husband. When you make fun your husband, that's when you get the side chick games. That's when you get a man who don't know what he want because he didn't want to be married and he was too childish to be able to communicate that to you. So you got to kind of read between the lines. And expectations of being a wife have to change in general. Times are different. Women are working just as hard as men. The idea of catering to a man hand and foot economy does not allow that anymore. Absolutely not, BB. And I don't mind doing special things for my husband if I'm married or even for my boyfriend. I don't mind doing special things. I like doing those things. But I can't do that every day. I can't be there every time you need reassurance or something like that. I got stuff I'm doing. I'm doing stuff. And I can't sit there just like this listening to you tell me all about your hopes and dreams and how you're out slaying dragons. Like, wrap it up. Wrap this stuff up because I'm out here doing that too. I'm out here doing that too. So I don't need you to, you know, like I don't really care about what you're doing anyway, for real. But I'm going to pretend to listen. You got about 20, 30 minutes of me paying attention. And yeah, and what happened? Before I'm just already onto whatever mission I'm getting ready to be on in my own mind. I'm already thinking about what I got to do. I don't care what you're doing. Like, for real. My granny said, don't start what you can't finish. And these women can't stop. They can't stop, though. They can't stop. They got to keep it going. Right, Denise? Once the bond is broken, it will never be the same. That's what's up, yo. You know, sometimes I be in your chat, sis, and I have you going, but sis have chats that last 6, 7 hours. I'll be cooking. I'll be talking to my kids. Sometimes I have you still playing in my purse or something. I'm at the store. I'm watching laundry. Then if I hear something and I want to comment, I'll comment real quick. Or sometimes you be on my TV going, and then I have to get my phone and comment. I do that a lot. I'll have you playing on the TV. Oh, they're gonna BB16. They're gonna wait on him hand and foot for sure. My boyfriend has been married before and has told me he doesn't want to get married again. And I'm absolutely taking heed. I don't know how long this relationship will last. There you go. He already told you he don't want to get married. He could change his mind, but you don't have to wait around. You don't got all day. You don't have all day to see if he's going to change his mind, because usually when they tell you something like that, well, I'm not going to say that. But if he told you he don't want to get married, if you do want to get married, you know what time it is. So treat him accordingly. I don't know what he think though, Miss Mitchell. What he think, you gonna wait around? What do you think, you gonna just, like, you want to get married and you want to have children and you just gonna be like, okay, no, hell no. Do what you do. So that mean you single. That mean you single. You too grown to have a boyfriend. Boyfriend and girlfriend is for high school kids. If that ain't your husband, that ain't your man. And if he don't plan on locking you down, wait a minute, what's the left hand? I forgot. He ain't locking you down. You single. Real talk. You do want to be married. You never been. I can't think of this man's name. He's a pastor, and he said he told his wife at the time. I think he's been married for a long time. I gotta find him. Hopefully me talking about this will bring him up on my algorithm. But he said he told his wife he didn't want to do it. He said that woman told him, all right. He said that woman let him go on about his business. And he said at first he was cool with that. He said, but then after a while, he was like, wait a minute, hold up. Hold up. She let him go on about his business. And he ran after her. Because when he told her he didn't want to get married, I think they were either supposed to be married, and he like kind of jilted her, not at the altar, but you know, before that. I think that's what happened, or what happened. Something happened, but however it happened, he told her he did not want to get married. And she was like, okay. She was like, okay, and that's how we gotta be as women. We gotta be okay. Sometimes it hurt. Sometimes it hurt like, like they done knocked us down with a 12 gauge. It's gonna hurt. Your heart is gonna hurt. And I think that's how I was back in the day. Like I didn't want to sit in that hurt. You gotta sit in that hurt. You gotta let it burn. Let it burn to the deep depths of your soul. Let it burn. Week 1 is going to be the hardest. Week 2 is going to get a little easier. By week 4, you probably want to go back. If you can get to month 2, you can keep going. And don't sit around trying to check your phone, seeing if he's going to call, checking his Facebook. No, get out there. If you got to lose weight, lose your weight. Do everything you need to do for yourself that you probably wasn't doing while you was with them. Get it all together. Get back out there. Get your head in the game. Get your head in the game. Keep your head in the game. And move on. Move on. He'll come following behind you. I ain't never seen a man not follow behind me yet. I should have kept on running from him, though. Because I was silly and took some jokers back. You got to multitask when you're a content creator. You got to multitask. It's a lot. You keeping your content going, plus you're supporting other content creators, plus you're making new content. It don't stop. It don't stop. I done been on a couple of lives today. Watched a couple of lives. Plus doing all my stuff at home. Like y'all can't see it, but I got a bed full of laundry that I gotta hang up when I get done with this. And before this, I was out with my girls. Like I had a full weekend, and my mom was like, "Oh, I guess you would call me today." I'm like, "Girl," then my dad called me today. Like I haven't talked to my dad in weeks. I'm like, "Dad, I'm doing stuff." He's like, but he's that type of man too, that he's doing stuff, so he don't want to talk like that either. If he don't hear from me for a little bit, then he'll be like, "Wait a minute, I got some money. Do you need some money?" "No, Dad, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need anything." But if he hasn't heard from me in a while, but yeah, I be doing stuff. You don't do the common law stuff? I know that's right, Miss Mitchell. Yeah, if they mean it, Sage. If they say they don't want to get married, I've seen men do this. They'll tell one woman they don't want to get married, and then all of a sudden they get with somebody else, and they want to get married. Like, quickly after you. Like, real quick. And usually that's because that next woman will not stand still for them, telling them they don't want to get married. They be like, and I think that's what happens too with men if you stand your ground with them, because they're kind of like puppies. Like just imagine a pit bull, right? A pit bull needs a master, and he would try you and try to take on the alpha male role, right? If you have a pit bull. But if you stand your ground and you let him know that you're the alpha, then a pit bull will acquiesce to you. Same thing with a man. If you let him know that you're not about to go for that bull, if he wants you, he is going to do what he has to do to keep you. But sometimes he'll do what he has to do just so he can go back to doing whatever he wants to do. So you got to be careful with that too. But sometimes he don't care what you're talking about. He ain't going to act right. And he's going to try to do his darndest to make you bend to his way. So you just keep moving on. If he don't run behind you, first of all, if he don't run behind you, you do not want him. Stop listening to all this new age crap about, you can call him or you can ask for his number. No, the dog chases the cat. Meow. The dog chases the cat. If he do not run behind you, then he's not the one. If that man does not run behind you, listen, let me show y'all something. Because I put this on my wall because I was going to talk about this, but let me show y'all something. Let me go back to it. And this ties all in. Because when you're wifey material, when you're the wife, you don't got to do too much. You're her. He knows you her, and he ain't looking for nobody else. Okay, this is Funky Dineva. Do you guys follow Funky Dineva? He cursing a little bit, y'all, so I know it's Sunday. God forgive us. I cussed today. God forgive me. I'm working on it. But listen, he said the title is When a Man Wants a Woman, She Doesn't Have to Do Shish. Okay?
Man, y'all don't overcomplicated everything, especially when it comes to relationships. Y'all don't gave everybody a goddamn microphone and a webcam and they don't became relationship gurus. God knows I can't wait for Donald Trump to tariff the hell out of podcast equipment, but I'm here to tell y'all, it ain't that complicated. All it is who you gotta be and what you gotta have. Ladies, I'm here to tell y'all something, and hear me clearly. When a nigga wants you, you ain't gotta have shit. When a nigga wants you, you ain't gotta have shit. Let that sink in. Check out my latest video.
And that right there. When a man wants a woman, he gonna pull out all the stops for her. He's not cheating. He's not doing this, that, and the third. A man wants a woman that he don't have to worry about is going to go being disloyal, that's going to cheat on him. He knows that she's a woman that's going to take care of home, that's going to take care of him. She don't have to kiss his feet. She don't have to do everything. But he knows that he wants to compete for you. That's why I always say date and date frequently, because these men want to capture you. They want to win you. They want to get their Cinderella just as much as we want to get our Prince Charming. They want to come and rescue us and swoop us off of our feet. Men want that. They want that woman that wouldn't just be an easy win for them, right? So when you compete with another woman, you bring down your value. If a man feels like he can do anything to you, he don't really want you. He probably wasn't really want you like that anyway. But if you moved on, I don't know what it is about when a woman moves on that makes a man run after her and chase her, because he has a little ego too. Even if he cheated, even if he has another woman, if you leave him, he's going to run behind you. Now, if you take him back, he's just going to cheat again, because he really wanted to just see if he can get you back. If he could cheat on you and you would take him back. A lot of men be wanting to see that. Can I cheat on her? Because some men, they get and that's what I feel like happened with poor Romika. I feel like that happened with Romika Meeks, that guy that she was with. He was still stalking her. He was still running behind her. At first, Romika was, she was showing up at his house, like ready to chuck him. Showing up at his house, like, what you doing? But once she finally saw this man, he ain't no good. He ain't gonna do me right. And she was ready to move on. He couldn't handle that. He had a new woman and everything, and he couldn't handle that. So what he do? He starts stalking her. And his new woman, like the dumb bimbo that she is, she wanted that man for herself. And she knew as long as Romika, pretty girl Romika, that's a pretty girl. Look at her smile, so pretty. Pretty girl. That just makes me so mad. She deserves to still be here. It was her son's, and they call him Little Los, I guess, after his father. I wouldn't call him Little Nothing. I would have to change my grandbaby's name. I'm sorry. I would have to start calling him something else. But I think it's her son's birthday today. It was her son's birthday today, her mother's birthday as well around the same time. But that girl kept herself up so good, and her child. And they had her on there looking crazy in old videos, because that man was taking her through it. He was putting his hands on her, cheating on her and everything. And she took it for as long as she could. And then when she decided to move on with her life and go on about her business, he still couldn't leave her alone, because once he realized that his hold on her, his grip on her, he had lost his grip on her, it wasn't enough for him to be with somebody else. And this girl, she was a nice looking girl too. That's the one that took Romika's life. And she's not in jail. She's not in jail. And the ninja involved in this case, nothing happened to him. Now he's there taller than both of them and probably bigger than both of them combined. Um, if he wanted to, he could have stopped that from happening. First of all, if, and tell me if I'm right or wrong, if the side chick knows that there's a chance that she's going to lose the man, she's not going to mess with the woman. Because if the man makes it plain like, oh no, you're not going to bother my wife. I done seen women, I'm telling you with my own eyes, okay? I've seen a lot in this life. I can tell y'all a lot. I've seen women show up at the man house and that man be like, bitch, you lying on me. Knowing he lying to his wife, but he was stand there flat-footed and tell that woman she lying on him. No, he didn't mess with her because his wife standing right there and called the police on her. Like, what happened to the real man like that knew how to cheat and keep it in the streets and not let their wife ever find out about it? Or if a side chick tried to come telling their wife something, she was going to have a problem. I know men like that. Like, oh, you want to come tell on me? You will never see me again. You will never see me again. And I probably do X, Y, Z and all that. You're not going to come telling my wife nothing. You don't come to my house, you know. But now, remember, it used to be the side chicks going to the wife's house, coming to the wife as a woman, right? Now it's the wife going to the side chick house. Like, where they do that at? Like, wives, know your role, know your place. Why in the Hades are you at her house? Oh, yeah, I did hear about that. The man who threw the side chick out the window because the wife came home. Child, you better. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. This is a family channel. We don't promote violence over here. You know what I mean? But yeah, you better do something with her. First of all, why was he cheating at home? And second of all, why are you in another woman's house? Like, these people have lost their minds. Let me tell you something. The laws of life, you don't go to no man's house with his woman. The laws of life, women, you don't get in no other woman's car, riding around in her car with her man. You do not go to another woman's house, getting in her bed with her man. Remember, it was a video, and this man was in the bed with a woman, and I don't know the specifics of it, but that girl came in there with a skillet, and she was letting that girl have it with that skillet. It was on social media a few years ago. She had a cast iron skillet, giving it to that girl, and the man was trying to push her off and get her off of him because they was in the bed asleep, and she just woke him up. She didn't even hit him first. She hit the side chick first. And when he seen her doing it, he tried to push her off of her. And she was still not trying to fight the man. She was trying to get this to the side chick. But she had that cast iron skillet, giving it to her. That D don't be worth it. That D is not worth it. Girl, goddess of mine. Goddess of mine. You ain't never lied. That's like wearing another woman's panties. Say it. Say it. Absolutely. That's exactly what it is like, wearing somebody else's panties. Like, come on now. We got to do better. We got to do better. And that's why, I just hope that share this video with your friends. Like, don't just watch this and then just conversate with me. Share it because I need more women to hear this, not because I know everything or I'm an expert. I'm talking about what I've been through, what I've seen other people go through, because I want you guys to know how real this is. And like I said, after Romika's story, I'm still reading more and more. Like after Kiana Wilson had her life taken, after she went to some woman's house, after Romika was at the school dropping her baby off at school. She was dropping her child off at school. She was where she was supposed to be, doing what she was supposed to be doing. Um, this other girl, Jania, that popped her man's other woman. Like, come on now. Like, why do we hate each other so much, women? Like, we're supposed to be in this together. If I find out that a man's cheating on his woman, I don't care what we have going on. If I were to find out, and that's what I'm saying, we gotta ask questions in the beginning so this don't happen. Like, don't just be so in a rush to go to bed with somebody or even go out on a date with him. Like, get to know him and see what he's talking about. Like, really see what he on. Like, he gonna tell on himself if you listen. If you're not paying attention or you don't really care, you just want to do what you want to do, then you're gonna have problems. I guarantee it. And if you get involved with somebody who has another woman, 9 times out of 10, you gonna end up in a world of trouble, or she is. And that man's still gonna be here. Ain't nothing gonna happen to him. He's not gonna go to jail behind either one of you. He's not gonna be in jail. He's gonna still be alive, walking around, talking about, well, what they say, Romika's baby daddy said he hasn't even got a chance to grieve yet. That little girl was half your size. Why would you let her go get a weapon on your baby mama? Why wouldn't you say, get in the car, lock the door? Why wouldn't you push Romika, whatever, and get in the car and drive off on her? Why you didn't do that if it was really like that? Dusty Peen is right. Right. Are you single, Sage? Like, keep it real. Keep it real. Back in my heyday, early 20s, I've been in a couple of closets hiding out, but he wasn't married. Girl, tell us more, Miss Mitchell. What happened? How did you get into something like that, girl? Oh, I did a lot, but I ain't never hid in no closet. Like, I ain't never hid in no closet. I bet you your heart was just beating out of your chest. Right, go get a room or something like, could you imagine how low down a man has to be to bring another woman to his wife's house anyway? He low down. Like, and I wouldn't even want to be bothered with a man like that. Excuse me, y'all. You talking about low down? You talking about low down? That's low down. Like, why would you bring another woman to your marital bed? Like, you asking for, like, if you believe in God or if you don't, you're asking for the worst of the worst to happen to you. Because why would you think it's okay to sleep with another woman in your bed, in your wife's bed, in your wife's house? That's crazy. And then for another woman to be that dumb to do it, she deserves whatever she got coming to her. And if a woman stay with a man after she find out he had a woman in her house, she a loser. You are a loser. You better get yourself together, because ain't no way. That man do not give a doggone about you if he allows another woman to sleep in your bed. If he's sleeping with another woman in your bed, like, how could you even love him anymore? How could you even look at him anymore after something like that? Lessons learned, honey. He was a player. A female knocked on the door. It said, don't make me catch a case before I have to go to work. Girl, you know what? We all been through something. I'm glad you still here and that you didn't end up going to jail or nobody had to catch a case that day. Because why he have you over there anyway if he knew somebody's going to come knocking at the door? That's crazy. Yeah, but Holly Johnson, she didn't go to jail. And even with witnesses saying that they heard what took place before, and even with witnesses saying that they saw the boyfriend or the baby daddy holding on to Romika Holly still did not get arrested, so I don't know if it's still being investigated. I hope that it is. I really do hope that they're still investigating this case, because I feel like we haven't got down to the bottom of what happened. I'm glad that in Jania's example, when the woman walked up to her door, I'm glad that that woman escaped with her life. I'm sure she's probably going to have some physical pain and a lot of mental trauma, but I'm glad that they got that woman and put her in jail, because I'm going to tell you like this. If somebody knocks on my door, then I think they're asking for trouble, real talk. But if they're walking away, then let them walk away. Like if somebody comes to your door, you don't have to answer. Now, if they start trying to bust windows and come down, then let them in and you do whatever you got to do. But at the same time, women, don't go to nobody's house. If that man over there, let him stay over there. Don't go to nobody's house. You don't have no right. I don't care if your husband is in there. You don't have a right to go knocking on a woman's door. If your husband is over there, let him stay there. For real, for real. Let him stay there. I remember the story about the older man taking his younger female to his house. The wife came home and pewed her. I remember that story too. That was like last year, right? That was like last year or something like that. I think the wife ended up going to jail, didn't she? Like, why you didn't do that to him? He was the one cheating. Going right, goddess of mine. Going to going to anybody's house. Like, if a man lied to you, then I don't know what to say except that you should be more clever, and you should do due diligence to know what's really going on with him, because a man shouldn't be able to lie to you to the point where you don't know that he lives with a woman. Like, if you got to, like, if you getting serious, do drive-bys by his house, different times of night, different times of day. I don't care. People might say it's stalking. People might call you crazy, but park across the street with your binoculars. Get your binoculars and do some recon. Go see what's going on. Don't let these fools get you caught up. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Deneen, I'm so serious. That's how you got to play these games nowadays. Do the background check. Pay the $29.99. Do your little background check so you can know about his criminal history, where he used to live. You'll find out if he got a wife. You'll find out all that stuff. Do the background checks. Tell him to meet you different times a day. Oh, let's meet for lunch. Let's meet for coffee before we go to work. Let's go work out at the gym after we go get off work. Like, like different times of the day, different days of the week. Why don't you come to church with me this Sunday? Oh, he ain't gonna be able to go to church with you if he got a wife, unless he real hardcore, like don't give a F. Some of them don't, but ask him to go to church with you on Sunday. See if he that bold to go to church and he know he's a cheater. Very unorthodox, my methods, Deneen, but sometimes a girl has to do what a girl has to do. I mean, we can't let these men play with us like that. We just can't. I mean, these women are taking people's lives, especially me, right? Like, I'm almost 50. I'm turning into a thirst bucket out here. Like, when I'm trying to, like, you think that people, like the men, they play any less games as they get older? No, they think they're nickel slick, and they think they could play more games when they get older. They try to do it a little different way. Oh, hey, how you doing, Miss Lady? Oh, what's going on with you? Like, I was thinking maybe we can get together this weekend. Whole time, they got all kinds of stuff going on. Like, I'm not falling for none of it. None of it. Right, Miss Mitchell. Like, I am so serious. You 46? Let me see your channel. You a good 46, Sage. Girl, you look good. You a pretty girl. You a pretty girl. You're 35, Miss Mitchell. Let me go see your page. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me go back. Okay. Yeah, she cute, y'all. Yeah, you guys are too cute. Like most of us, like even if you're not cute, even if you got weight to lose, even if you up in age, even if you don't think you're attractive, you still, because I've seen unattractive big girls have men kissing the ground they walk on. Don't let nobody tell you you are not her. For real, for real. I'm telling you, do not let nobody play with you. You are her. I'm telling you. Don't let nobody play with you. Miss Mitchell, you cute too, girl. With your chocolate self. You a cutie pie. Mm-hmm. And you look a lot younger than 35. Thank you, Miss Mitchell. I appreciate it. Oh, you'll be 47 next month? You don't look like it at all. For real, you don't. If you guys haven't hit the subscribe button, you better hit that button, guys. And if you haven't already, if you're in my bushes, please hit the like button. I hope you guys enjoyed this live tonight. What you guys got going on for the rest of this week? Let me know in the chat. And also let me know where you're chatting with me from. I like to know that, like, who's who. That's how I get to know people. And if I see you in my chat like 2 or 3 times, you're the homie after that. It's all love over here. Um, so yes, I hope you guys learned something tonight. We've been on here for 2 hours. Y'all, I'm a little sleepy. I've been up since like 3, 4. I don't know. I've been up for a while. But I did plan to be on here for like 3 hours. You guys helped me down. This chat was very active. I love when the chat is active and you guys are engaging. You're in Georgia? Thanks for subscribing, Sage. I appreciate you. Dirty South, Mississippi. My stepdad is from Mississippi. Which part of Mississippi are you from, Miss Mitchell? Louisiana, goddess of mine, born and raised in Chicago. That was from Chicago, goddess of mine. Is that Louisiana, LA? I met beautiful women or very handsome men, but after I got to know them and they had a nasty personality, their big went away. That's right, Cancer 66. Beauty is in the absolutely in the eye of the beholder. Gulf Coast, that's where you are, Miss Mitchell. Absolutely, pretty is as pretty does. I find beauty in people who have great spirits. Right when you meet them, like they make. I feel like I like being around people who make me feel good about myself, and I guess I'm a little narcissistic that way, or I don't know, insecure. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, but I like being around people who feel good about themselves and who make me feel good about me. Like, pump me up, like, encourage me. I'm going to return that energy as well. But I don't like being around people who are unsure of themselves or who are afraid to give a compliment or who don't like I know, like, I don't care if she's a big girl or I don't care whatever, but I know when a woman has taken extra care to with her makeup that day. I can sense it. I can sense that the way she's walking, like she just walking, like got her head up high, she feeling like a boss. I'm gonna be like, girl, you look good. I was taking my daughter to school a couple of weeks ago. It's like nearing the end of summer, and the sun is just beaming up high, like 7 o'clock in the morning. And this chocolate girl, just pretty chocolate girl, looks like melted chocolate, right? Just glistening. I think she done put oil all over her face. And she's sitting at the bus stop with the camera and I'm like, girl, you look good. And she just smiled. She did look good. I was being completely honest, but I wanted to capture her and take a picture of her, but I'm like, that would be too weird. But I felt like it was art, seeing her sitting at the bus stop and taking pictures of herself, and here she was just glistening and chocolatey and all of that stuff. I thought it was super cute. I love to give compliments because I'm already confident in myself. Right? It takes a confident woman, Miss Mitchell, to be able to boost another woman up. It's always those women who don't really like themselves, who are unsure of who they are, that can't give a compliment or wants to put another woman down or tries to make another woman feel less than her. Sage, you'll give compliments too. That's what's good. Thank you, Deneen. Positive vibes all the time. I get crazy over here. Sometimes we get to talking about different stuff over here. We can have fun, but we can also be a real woman as well, right? We do some of everything over here. I like being that way. Variety is a spice of life. So I try to, like, if I'm gonna come give you guys the rah rah, then I gotta also come and give you guys, um, in my mind, I gotta give you guys something that, a little bit different too. You do too, goddess of mine. You like giving. It makes me feel good when, and I think that's why you have side chicks and why you have women competing with men, because they don't know their worth. They never had other women lead the way in a positive way, right? They never had other women who who gave them the desire to do something different. Like, I've had women who showed me how to be a mother. I've had women show me how to be a woman, how to conduct myself, how I should act, and how I should do things, right? I've had that exposed to me from a young age. Like, I've had women show me what to accept and not accept from a man, how I should treat myself. Did I always follow that advice? No. Did I always do what I needed to do? No. But with what they told me and what I learned from life, I brought it together, and I think I'm a very well-rounded woman. And do I sometimes feel envious of other women? I do. I do. Some women say, "Oh, I don't get jealous, so I don't feel envy." It's a natural emotion. I mean, God is a jealous God. So are we better than God? Are we better than God? No. So, but what I do with those emotions is don't internalize them. I don't let them stay. I work really hard on myself to make sure that I don't compete with women, I don't that I don't try to tear other women down, that I try to, even if I do say something, even if I do have a negative live, I still try to find a way to make it to a point where we can learn from that experience and where we can all grow, right? That's what I try to do. It's not always easy running the gamut of being positive while navigating in negative waters, right? But sometimes you can get caught up and mixed up in some of the foolishness that goes on into the world. And I have an opinion on everything, but I feel like the ability to be able to, make it all come together, right? Because we can learn a lot from each other. We all have something that we can learn from each other. And I think that's what this content creation is all about, like trying to find moments where we can learn from one another. Thank you. Thank you. Like, red is my favorite color right now. And I used to only wear black, but I don't know. I'm kind of stuck on the red too. But now I'm already ready to change it to copper. You've been in here a while, Cancer 66. Thank you. I'm glad you have a good time over here with us. Good night. God bless. Thank you for tuning in. You've been in here a long time. You know what? We're getting a lot. I'm getting a lot of trolls tonight. This is crazy. You know what, Trump Jr., go fly a kite. Let me go ahead and report you for harassment or bullying, because that's what we're doing tonight. It could be the same person. It's probably the same person. He probably got like 10 accounts just to troll people. Like, this person right here is like a real live nutcase, okay? Yeah. Oh, what's second shift? Second shift is what? Uh, what is second shift? I know you got 6 to 2, 2 to 10. What you work? 2 to 10 or 10 to 6? Sage. And you know what? Sometimes I go live at different times a day. So you feel comfortable in that home here? Oh, in the Gulf Coast? The Gulf Coast of Mississippi? Oh, 2:30 to 11. Ooh. Oh yeah, you're gonna miss me, girl. I went live yesterday morning because 2:30 to 11. You know what? When I used to work shift, I used to work a shift like that. I used to work from 2 to 10, um, and then before that, I was working like maybe like 11 in the afternoon to like 9:30 at night. So for the longest time, which is probably why I have a hard time sleeping, um, I would stay up to like 2 or 3 in the morning and then go to sleep. And now I wake up at like 11 or 12. And then when you wake up, you got to get ready for work, right? So, girl, you'll catch me though. You'll catch me. You will catch me. Oh, you feel comfortable here on my channel? Right. This is your home. This is your home. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. I know for some of you guys, and thank you for rocking with me. I know for some of you, it's like 10, 11. Y'all, y'all are the dopest. You guys are the livest chat. Thank you if you just subscribe to my channel. Welcome. We got lots of hot topics coming this week. If somebody want to get on here and act a fool, we're going to talk about it over here, and we're going to laugh. We're going to key. We're going to learn. We're going to encourage. We're going to shake our heads at them and like, mm, 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 mm. We're going to judge too. We are certainly going to judge, but not like that. Not like that. We're not condemning anybody to hell. We're just like, but that's what it is over here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Mom, I don't know if you're still listening. If you are, I love you. Thanks for coming over here. Um, Thank you. I enjoyed you all. I enjoyed every last one of you. Sage, is that how is it LaAsia Sage? You probably sage and stuff, girl. Don't come over here saging my live. Just don't sage my live. We good. uh Miss Mitchell, M3, thank you. Good night, M3. Thank you for hanging in there with me. You got to get up early and get Jax ready for school. Who else is in here with me? Goddess of Mind, thank you for tuning in. Um, all you beautiful ladies, thank you guys for coming in. You kept me very inspired tonight. We got a lot covered. But like I said, guys, make sure you know these men. Um, don't be afraid to investigate them. Don't be afraid to ask questions. And don't be delusional. Listen, they mean what they say, these men. Men will, most of the time, and one way or another, tell you how they feel. If they're not saying it with their words, they're showing it with their actions. Believe it. Okay, we cannot afford to be out here catching diseases. We cannot afford to be out here getting our hearts broken, and we certainly can't be going to jail or losing our lives over no P, okay, or D, or whatever it is they got dangling down there. We cannot afford to be going through no mess over no man. Ain't no man worth that. I don't care what he look like. I don't care what he talk like. I don't care what he. They're not worth it. Y'all have a good night. God bless. I'll see y'all tomorrow sometime. Maybe 6. It's Monday tomorrow, huh? I'll probably do my live early. I don't know. It depends on how sleepy or tired I am. I'm going to go to bed right now. I'm about to go take this lipstick and stuff off. Um, God bless you guys. Have a good night.